Okay, so the 1990 miniseries, is directed by Tommy Lee Wallace. Stars a cast of Richard Thomas, John Ritter, Annette O'Toole, Harry Anderson, Dennis Christopher, Tim Reeve, Richard Masur, Tim Curry, Seth Green, Emily Perkins, and a bunch of other people. And the basic story of the 1990s miniseries is that it revolves around an interdimensional predatory shapeshifter which has the ability to transform itself into this prey's worst fears, allowing it to exploit the phobias of its victims. It mostly takes the form of a sadistic, wisecracking clown known as Pennywise. The protagonists are the Lucky Seven, or the Losers Club, who are a group of outcast kids who discovers Pennywise and vows to destroy him by any means necessary. And it takes place over 2 time periods: when they discover him as children and when they are called back as adults to defeat Pennywise, who has resurfaced. This miniseries is pretty good, but there are some exceptional flaws, mainly with the second act. But the first act of the miniseries I love. It sets the whole tone for what this miniseries is going to be. And having seen the 2017 first part of the new version, I have to say that certain things that they did in this miniseries are much better handled in the newest interpretation. Only the first part. Let me just say that I love the first half of it. You get to see them as kids, and you don't get a whole lot of development on them, but that's one thing the 2017 movie did do. They give the Losers Club members more development and more time. And Tim Curry does a great job as Pennywise, but the new guy, I liked him more. He was more menacing. He was more frightening. Acting wise, from the kids are pretty good. The kids does a very good job here. Jonathan Brandis as young Bill Denver, Brendan Crane as young Ben Hanscom, Emily Perkins as young Beverly Marsh, Seth Green as young Richie Tozer, Adam Farazi as young Eddie Kasbrag, Marlon Taylor as young Mike Hanlon, Ben Heller as young Stanley Uris. They all do a fantastic job here as the Losers Club. They do act afraid and they're scared of this clown and the red balloon. If you saw a clown like this, and you would be scared too. Now, originally this miniseries was supposed to be a 4-part, 8-hour series, but since the book was so long, and ABC, they decided to do a 2-part. Because, as we all know, the It book is a very long book, exactly at 1,138 pages. And so the scriptwriters, they had to condense this into a 2-part, 4-hour miniseries, and they had to abandon some subplots by the novel's length and the network's time slot restrictions. And the film has gotten a large cult following over the years. The music is pretty good too. And I do love the first half. A lot of stuff, a lot of quotable lines from Pennywise. If the famous "Beep Beep Richie" line, and the classic line, "You'll float too." And you get all the stuff, the bleeding picture and stuff that's seen the remake. But I don't think of the new version of it as a remake. I think of it as a different interpretation, as an adaptation. more than a remake, because it's doing more justice to the book than the miniseries does. As for the problems, the second half of this movie, I do like it. The second half is my favorite part of the miniseries, but it does have some cheesy elements nearly towards the end. I didn't like that they turned Pennywise into a spider. I didn't like that. The ending kind of feels a little rushed because now the ABC and their time slot restrictions. But the actors who plays the adult versions of the characters later on is pretty good. The ones who stood out to me were Annette O'Toole, Tim Reid, Dennis Christopher, and the late John Ritter. And this was the second film the late John Ritter and Annette O'Toole worked on together, because they worked on the movie The Dreamer of Oz, which is the story of the Wizard of Oz writer L. Frank Baum, which I have seen. And they do a good job here. But I feel, again, I won't spend a whole lot of time talking about the miniseries, because I do like this miniseries, but the new version is far superior. More creepier, more darker, more edgier, and they took the material of the book very, very seriously. So at the end of the day, this miniseries is still good, but the second half does have some flaws. It's not perfect adaptation, but for what they have to do, I'm pretty happy with this one. But if I had to go back, I would have to say the new version is much better. So, because of the strong performances of Tim Curry and the child actors and the adult actors, and because of the direction, the cinematography, and the music, and because of the technical aspects and story and the scares, I will give the miniseries of it a Epictastic. Let me know what you guys think about the miniseries down below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? And I don't even know why I'm asking this question, but I'm going to anyway. Which one did you like more? The miniseries or the 2017 version, which is only the first half? And which one do you think did more justice to the 1,138 page novel? And if you like this, you come here and we can have a good time.